Hello, MCU fans! Today we're going to be searching for clues in the Russo's mysterious Instagram post, and we also have an update on that epic duffel bag. So, lots to discuss. Let's dive right in and see what we can find out. So, we've entered a new month, thus, we have a new contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, and you could win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And that means we have to announce our September winner, and that is Lime251 with their comment on my timeline video. But also, I have not heard back from one of the earlier winners, so I had to pick an alternate, and that is Marlon with his comment on my Marvel Zombies breakdown. So, both of you can go to the About section of my channel and reach out to me via Discord or email, and I'll get your prize right away. Also, we do have a membership option with lots of cool perks, so you might check it out. Plus, hang around to the end of the video, and I'll talk about the Doomsday Countdown rewatch on the Discord. All right, so let's start with an update on the infamous duffel bag. This was a wrap party gift that apparently they were allowed to post, because notice, Giovanna Ponzi, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, said, I can finally post this. So no spoilers here, this is intentional marketing. But the only problem is some of the key faces were covered by their name tag. However, there is now a post online without that name tag in the way, and we can see the ones that were covered up. So let's zoom in on them. You can see Yelena basically has the same hairstyle that we saw in Thunderbolts, but most importantly, we can see that Magneto does indeed have his headpiece. That's awesome, very comic accurate. And we see the Beast is wearing his glasses. No surprise there, we saw him wearing them in the post-credit scene to the Marvels. So I love this stealth marketing that Marvel is doing for Doomsday. But now let's talk about the Russos. So first of all, you might remember this Instagram post from way back on September 19th of 2018. The Russos posted this image with the message, "Look hard." Well, we all did, right? And sure enough, people saw the title Endgame. And this was before Avengers 4's title had been announced. So this was basically the reveal of the title Endgame. Okay, so keeping that in mind, the Russos have now posted a new and equally mysterious post with once again the message, "Look hard." All right, so people have been doing that very thing. What have people come up with? Well, I thought this was interesting. That person on Reddit, sorry, I have no idea what that's supposed to say. But anyway, on Reddit, they suggested AIM. I'm like, okay, interesting. I mean, I can see it. I definitely can see AIM. And maybe that means this guy's coming back? A variant, at least? I mean, okay, I guess that's possible. All right, so then Pots and Pans on Reddit said maybe the image reveals our very doom. Because first of all, if you flip the image and then you blur it, it's Doctor Doom. Oh, I don't know. That's kind of a stretch, but I will say that is very inventive, very inventive. On the other hand, Eric Voss over at New Rockstars had an interesting idea. Eric said, look, there's a light and it's specifically shining here. So maybe we're not supposed to look at the whole image, but just at this area. So Voss pointed out there are some X's. So, X-Men, we know they're showing up. But instead, Eric said, no, I'm going to point at these lines, and maybe this is our big reveal that Wolverine is indeed in the movie. Because, there's no way Wolverine's not in the movie, right? But he's not been formally announced. So this could be the Russos officially saying Hugh Jackman is returning once again. I also thought they had a wild idea on the John Campea show. They said, look, there's 3 A's over there. Maybe this is the Russos announcing that we're getting a third Avengers movie, that Secret Wars is being split in 2. I am all for that. Please, go that direction. I would love a third Avengers movie. And then I love what Mr. Nice Guy suggested. Maybe we should just concede defeat and accept that there's no way we can figure out what this nondescript image is supposed to mean. So, 67. You gotta love it, right? Too funny, too funny. But honestly, I do think that the most popular opinion is the correct one. That this is Avengers versus X-Men, right? We can see the A, the V, and the X. Although I do think an even more creative way to find Avengers versus X-Men is if we include the lights. Because remember, way back in that Endgame thing, the lights were important. The G was part of the lights and the only way that you could get Endgame. So if we include the lights in this discussion, then here we can get a nice A versus X, Avengers versus X-Men, right? It's perfect. But why do we think they would do this? We already know the Avengers are going to fight the X-Men, right? That's a no-brainer. Maybe similar to how they announced the Endgame title, this is a way to announce a change from Doomsday to Avengers versus X-Men for the title. Oh my word, I think that would be brilliant. I mean, I love the title Doomsday. It tells you Doctor Doom is coming, and that's great. But the title Avengers versus X-Men? Oh man, that would get so many butts in seats and be exactly what Marvel needs. So I'm going to throw that out as an idea. Maybe they are officially going to be changing the title before long. So that's what I think it means, but I want to know what you think it means. Do you think they're changing the title of the movie, or are they just hyping up a really cool battle, or is it something else altogether? Leave your thoughts, because you know I love to read and respond to everything. So don't forget about the October contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment, win a book or a steelbook, and there's the membership option in case you might be interested in that. Plus, I love to talk about the Discord. Here we are in Marvel General, and we're still trying to figure out what the last Russo post was all about. Craziness, right? And I promised I would talk about the Doomsday Countdown rewatch, every day listed here at 7 p.m. Eastern. We watch a different movie or show as we head towards the December 18, 2026 release of Doomsday. Or maybe Avengers versus X-Men, right? Anyway, we have 2,400 members across the globe, conversations 24/7, and I'll leave a pinned comment so you can join. Also, if you don't mind, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we'll all continue to enjoy the ever-growing, the ever-changing Marvel Cinematic Universe.